What's up, folks? Welcome to the channel. I'm Don. This is round two, basically, of Carolina's Beauty's donation request. So Carolina's Beauty, Phyllis, thank you so much for the donation and the request and your involvement in the channel and your sweet comments and your thoughtful commentary, the whole thing. And you had requested that I do CSNY's Teach Your Children in honor of David Crosby's passing. And I did that one already. And I'd also done Whiskey Lullaby by Brad Paisley and Alison Krauss. And when I uploaded that, it was blocked. And YouTube seems to be, they're not uniform in their application of copyright things, because there have been other songs like Gordon Lightfoot's Record of the Edmund Fitzgerald. That for me was blocked worldwide, whereas other people, a lot of other reactors have been able to upload it. And Whiskey Lullaby is in the same camp. A lot of other people have reacted to that successfully, and mine got blocked. But I know other reactors have said that their videos have been blocked that I've been able to successfully upload. So I don't know what goes on behind the scenes, and it's inconvenient, but every so often it happens. But I am going to one of your alternate choices, because you said in the event that it gets blocked, do this one. So that's what I'm doing. Gordon Lightfoot's Talking in Your Sleep. I don't think I know this song, but Gordon's from Canada, so I'm wearing the Canada hat in his honor. Terry Wood, thank you very much.
I heard you talking in your sleep. Is there anything that I can do? I don't believe we've had a word all day about anything at all. I heard you talking in the night. That's right, yes, I heard you call, though I could hardly hear the name you spoke. It's a name I don't recall. I heard you softly whisper. I reached out to hold you near me. Then from your lips there came that secret I was not supposed to know. I heard you talking in your sleep. Is there anything that I can say?
I
don't believe we've had a word all day.
That is brilliant. I've never even thought about it that way in those terms. We talk about talking in your sleep, people talk in their sleep, but I've never heard it juxtaposed with we haven't spoken all day. That's when you would normally talk. But I'm hearing you talking in your sleep, and you're like, oh boy, I don't know who gets these ideas. I mean, I get ideas of my own too, so do you. But an idea like this, when it's in the hands/mind of a songwriter, and like, oh, I'm going to flesh this out, you've got a dynamic idea initially when you're going to juxtapose those two, because you could take it in so many directions. But that germ of an idea is dynamic. It's powerful. It's got potential, and it's just up to you as the songwriter to flesh that out in a way that will resonate. All right, Carolina's Beauty, I'm going in for round two.
About anything at all.
We know why she's not talking to him. There's another guy. His voices. I wonder what they represent, these background voices. Darkness?
I heard you softly whisper. I reached out to hold you near me. Then from your lips there came that secret I was not supposed to know. I heard you talking in your sleep. Is there anything that I can do? I don't believe we've had a word all day about anything at all. I heard you talking in the night, that's right, yes, I heard you call. Though I could hardly hear the name you spoke,
but it wasn't
name
his.
I don't recall.
You know, that is really fascinating songwriting because that's such a powerful concept. And in the hands of someone like Gordon Lightfoot or whomever wrote this, that could be taken in such a... so many details could have been added to it. The song could have taken on a different dimension, not a better dimension. That's not what I'm saying here, just a different one. But he chose to leave it open-ended. And there's a metronomic feel to this, but you could feel his angst and, of course, his pain. It's easy to figure that out. But just sort of like, it just sort of went along at a steady beat, almost like he was going to keep the secret. The next day he's going to wake up. I don't remember the guy's name or something to that effect. I don't remember the name he had spoken. That's what he said. And what a crappy feeling. To wake up the next day to know things are unraveling. They've already unraveled by that point, generally speaking. I mean, we all have dreams, and you can't understand what dreams mean. We assign meaning to them, but it's one of these things where I was listening to a seminar, a couple of seminars on the human brain, and a different one on memory, and another one on memory. And these are like 12 to 18-hour seminars. And one of the things I learned is that at night, like, okay, so the human brain is about 3 pounds. And if, let's say you weigh 150 pounds, that's 2% of your body weight. Yet the brain uses up roughly 20% of the energy you expend throughout the course of a day. And it isn't true that we only use 6 or 10% of the cranium or the mass of the brain. We use the entire brain, actually. That's just a myth that said that we only use part of the brain. We actually use the whole thing. It's just interconnected differently, and they're discovering it. But at night when you go to sleep, the fluid that builds up during the day from all of that activity, and there is fluid within the cranial cavity, that fluid drains out. So how much of that fluid that drains out, who knew in a country song I'd be talking about this? Who knew? But I'll tie it together. When that drains out, does that stimulate the brain in ways such that the normal pattern recognition that we have during the day is no longer there? So you go from being in Japan riding a bicycle to on the beach in Australia, and then you're in your first grade class again like that, because the pattern recognition, the things that we constrain ourselves when we're awake cognitively, aren't there when we are asleep. And when that fluid is passing over the brain, anything can happen. So some people talk in their sleep. Some people walk in their sleep. And I don't understand the walking part. I've never listened to a seminar on what could do that. Dr. Dave, you might have that. But so there are forbearances that we have of somebody when they're in their sleep doing or saying something weird, or you know how you get scared sometimes in your sleep, or you have a recurring dream. We don't fully know what that's about. We conjecture, but saying someone else's name is one of those things where you're like, all right, for all of the weirdness surrounding dreams and the imprecision, saying someone else's name, we affix an absolute meaning to that. Like, that would hurt. So how invested in this other guy was this woman? But the fact that he brought in the song, we didn't talk during the day. He didn't say we fought. He didn't say it was ugly. He didn't say we're having a falling out. He didn't say anything. He just said we didn't really talk much. But here's what I heard when you were sleeping. Holy smokes. Well, Carolina's Beauty, that was quite the song. That was emotionally, in some ways, almost up there with Whiskey Lullaby. That was very different, especially with the video. the Whiskey Lullaby, but this song, yeah, this isn't in that same league, but this is up there in a league. Let's put it there because that would just hurt. And then you've got The Secret you wake up with, that your life is going to be crappy from here forward on some level. Even if she never does go to another guy, you'll always have that fear that maybe that's what's going on with her. So, yeah, I'm not going to rate that song. I'm going to leave it be. I normally don't rate the dedications, but this is one that clearly I would have had it above a 9 just for reference sake because it really spun me out and it was brilliant songwriting. It was left open-ended for me to talk about cranial fluid and so on. So there it goes. All right, folks. Thank Carolina's Beauty for that. Thank you again, Carolina's Beauty, and we'll go from there. Have a great day. I'll see you on another video. Keep rocking the country.